Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1. All right. Let me paste the link to a couple places and then we can get going. There we go. I think we are set to go, and yeah, let's get back into the charts. Let me get some drink and I'll start. Happy Friday. Let's get this out. We'll come back to Bitcoin in a moment. We'll start with the indices. Some interesting things happening here on the indices. Let's zoom out a bit to get the better picture now. Maybe daily, even daily here. We on Dow have not taken out the highs of that January 2022. Very close to it though, basically at the all-time highs. How I've labeled this overall has been a WXY to the downside. Obviously it can't be really a 5 wave if we take out the high. Otherwise I guess you could be getting some kind of a diagonal here. Very ugly, no divergence here at the end. Would not be really something that I would expect it to be. Here we got a potential wave A, then a three-way structure coming down in RSI again, a low, creating that three wave here into that wave B, and then we would have the push for that C wave here as an ABC continuation or correction, basically correcting either this or something previous to it. But at this point again, higher time frame structure is that this is a wave A or a W. At this point again, wave A is the most likely scenario. So let me actually just get rid of some of these labelings there. So again, as it has retraced 90%, more likely to be a B wave. So A, B, and then looking for a C. Overall, can it be a bullish thing? Of course it can. We could have a 1-2 here. This being, to me, looks very clear as some kind of three-way structure. Whether it's a WXY or ABC does not really matter. And this here looks more like a 5 wave. So overall, I would think that this is some kind of a running flat. With divergences here as well, telling that, okay, this is a decent 5 wave. Yeah, to me that looks better. I don't think this is a 1-2, 1-2, just based on this looking like 5 and this looking more like a 3. So that's why I have it as an ABC more likely. Although again, we have not taken out this low, so it does not invalidate completely. But again, based on RSI and other factors, I think this is more likely to be an ABC here. And then again, that's a 5 wave to the upside to get a partner leg for this original structure here in here. And this should be a different degree. There we go. And this probably should be green. There we go. Yeah, depending on how you want to be labeling this, you could even say that this whole thing is finished up in these highs around, well, 2nd of January. I think that is the high, yeah. And yeah, it could be finished where this would be a 1-2, some kind of 3, 4, and 5. very sideways structure. It does not really fit into the idea of higher time frame dump that we have here, if this is indeed that C wave. So that's why I'm thinking that maybe we are still in this wave 4, and now we would be getting that last leg. It would be fitting very well here as a three-way structure coming down. It does get into that like 1-to-1 to 1.236 extension. So again, it fits really well into that idea. And if we are to be taking out the highs, we are most likely looking to get that fifth in. Comparing this wave, oh, this looks like they have shifted a bit, have they? Oh, never mind. There we go. 1-to-1 extension all the way to 39, 136, and so on. Extension, only that hits very well with the macro idea is the 1.236, 40.26k. If we're looking at the retracement here, let's take a look at that as well. If we have some confluence there, oof, that is so close. So this would be the retracement for the wave B extension target. This here would be the expanded B pocket, where we would be expecting a rejection already. If it starts to go beyond these, it gets less and less likely to be a B wave. At that point, again, the probability is that this might be a 1-2 is starting to get more and more. But those are the higher time frame things for Dow Jones. Nothing really too exciting. Again, I would be expecting this to pump up a bit higher. Yeah, loads of confluence here at around 40.2k. So that is definitely something that I would be looking at. I'm going to be setting a couple of alerts here already in place. Dow, massive push up higher. Again, as the markets are correlated and moving together, I don't think, not Dow. Let's go SPX, this one here. No, Nasdaq. No, let's go S&P 500, because it hasn't taken any of the highs. Now this was the bullish idea on the highs. Do I have the this here? Where's my labelings? Here's some. Okay. This is still quite weird to me, and I'm not quite sure what to what to do with this. This is the structure what we had as the wave A for Dow. This would be that ABC. Is that possible? Well, it's less likely since we are going past the 1.618 here. So again, it's the look that we have here is kind of weird. It would be super bullish looking, but if we have this as an A, B, and now we'd be looking for that C wave, that wouldn't be too good, right? Based on the Dow Jones chart, we would have something like this: A, B, and C. Would be looking for a minute degree. This would be minor degree, and this would be minute. And in here we would have that ABC. I don't really like this too much, but I don't really see too many options at the moment. And instead of this WXY overall, probably would be having that a similar ABC instead. Let me get rid of some of these. So instead of this WXY, we'd be having an A, B, and then looking for C. This is again if we are going to be rejecting here soonish. Other way of looking at this would be that we have a 3 wave here, have this as a WXY, and then we would have another 3 wave here to create a higher degree, or well, instead of ABC ending here, we would have this as a WXY, and this last leg would be in 3. So those are the 2 options that I see here. Maybe you can label that in as well. So W, X and Y, that would be getting a bit higher though. And the bullish option here, again overlaid, is the diagonal possibility where we would have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then we would have a retracement. Generally these retracements don't last too long, and then we would get a continuation of the previous trend, which would be, well, this. And this would be the start of something new. It's possible, of course, that we would have a 5 wave, that's the start of something, then we would have a correction of that, and then another move to create an ABC, where everybody would be most likely selling here, because they are thinking that, okay, dump is coming, it's dump, and then we are starting to go up, potentially could be even rapidly, since we have this as a diagonal. We're not most likely creating a very overlaid or overlapping structure, right? Anymore. So most likely it's going to be just a general 5 wave, which is definitely more faster than this whole mess that we've had. And at that point again, a lot of people would be starting to FOMO in some of these areas here. And if this indeed is that ABC, well, you know that we're going to be getting that leg downwards comparable to this. Again, higher time frame projections, but they're just thoughts for now. But yeah, those are the scenarios that I see at the moment on higher time frame. Smaller time frame, still expecting this potential 5 wave to complete. It's kind of hard to get this into a 5 wave, like we've had an issues before. This was just so rapid and very little retracement. It still looks decent as a 4th wave at some point. It's really hard to label in these subdivisions here. So even at 4 hours, which generally should be somewhere where you would also already find structures to be labeled easy, but nah, not at this point. We could still be in a wave 4, but we'll see how this whole thing turns out. Locally, it's not really as pretty as Dow, or even as pretty as Dow. So yeah, I wouldn't be really touching this. I don't see a trade yet. Nasdaq took out the previous high that we had. We've been discussing about the possibility that this wave 4 was actually here, and now we are getting that last leg. This is more, or the, well, I guess the most bullish of the indices. It is again as well really close to the all-time highs, very similar to Dow, and yeah, to not even to count the December highs. So it's pumping. It's really pumping. Now, as I've been showing more of the bear scenarios on Dow and S&P, on Nasdaq, however, I kind of like the idea that we are bullish. Just based on the extensions that we have. We could have this 4th and 3rd and 4th here, and this would be the 5th here, and 4th here, and then 5th here, and this way we would have this 3rd here, 4th. That way again, this very sideways structure could be that 4th wave, and it's now more comparable to that wave 2 here. I'm not really too happy how that is playing out, but it is what it is. I think we still have that divergence. Let me see. Let's bring out that 75.8, 75.92. Yeah, so So we still have that divergence there. We still have divergence now here, which could indicate that we have some kind of at least a small dump to come. It might be that it would be that fifth wave, and at that point again, yeah, we would be expecting some kind of correction. However, what kind of correction we would have here on Nasdaq, I would be quite surprised if we actually have this as a 5 wave. I feel like I don't see something here as a count, because all the other indices are not this bullish looking, but maybe they just aren't that bullish looking, and maybe they are like creating WXYs or ABCs to the upside instead of impulsing. But we'll see. Russell, been talking about this potential structure coming down, then a very sideways structure. Like, although the indices are looking to take out the highs, Russell is here. Like, yeah, it's not really good looking. Let's see what we have here. We were expecting, or I was expecting, a potential one more high here, a wave 4 and 5. Now this has come down low enough that I don't think that is likely anymore. I think this is most likely to be the high. Let's get rid of those. This is most likely to be the high for me for this B wave, and I think this was hitting the 1-to-1. It did hit the 1-to-1 earlier already. Okay, so not really too much confluence, but again, impulsing structure here, or impulsive structure here. And yeah, if this indeed is the correct pattern, we'd be seeking a structure like this. Okay, a bit higher, since we did get a bit higher, something like that, around 1286 or 1300, more, somewhere around there. But yeah, let's check out this more locally. This was a really decent dump, especially on Russell. On SPX it was decent here, but we have already come so high, same as in Dow, I think. Not yet on Dow. Was it Nasdaq? Yeah, Nasdaq. We had this structure coming down. The reason why I was not shorting this was the possibility that we had a 5 wave here. Okay, because we had divergences all around here. We had a potential diagonal in here, and yeah, we had a 3-wave structure coming down. This is a possibility for going long here. You would have had that 1-to-1 extension where you'd be looking to go against the 1.6 minute or the 2. Not the best risk to reward ratios, as the expectation for this would be that 1-to-1. So 1-to-1 here, here. Okay, that would have been, what was I looking for? Maybe the 2-to-1 risk ratio. Yeah, I think this was the one that I was looking for. 1.6 minute is still a bit questionable as an extension. Obviously we don't want it to go that far, but 2 could be the maximum extension we can generally see. But yeah, I did not get into that, or the short here, because again, I think on some other indices we were talking about the possibility of this being a structure like that, and now on Russell, as we had that dump, I'm still thinking that could it be this, but this continued to the downside, which is kind of weird. There is a possible 3-way structure here already in place, so again, I'm not quite sure if I want to be even trading this at all either. So yeah, probably just gotta wait for it to do something else. What did we have here? Hang Seng, potential long opportunities here, but we were determining this more as a three-way because no divergence were present. So I wouldn't go in on that. DAX, ABC, WXY. Maybe wave 4 and 5 still to come, maybe. Okay, let's go to the stocks. Tesla, this was the trade that I was in here, January 9th to January 11th. That was a loss. That was with the idea that we would have an ABC here. Let's get rid of these, because now this is invalid, this idea. So it was not a ABC up, where this would be a WXY here. But something else. This is kind of weird of a structure here. I'm not sure how I want to be labeling this, because maybe this is something like that, or maybe some kind of a super weird diagonal. I just don't know how can we label that in. Maybe even something like I mean, that is one possibility. Let's get rid of these labels here. So those were not right. Internal wave structures for wave 2 definitely should not be, well, it could be an ABC. No, it couldn't. A, B, C. I mean, the internal structures shouldn't really fit too well. But that could be a thing, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, if you see some kind of count here, let me know for sure, because this is just guessing, I guess. There is something that I am seeing here is that we have a divergence here. You see that? Probably seen more visible here. It is very close. 1822, 1824. So yes, so it is still divergence here on 4, maybe 8 hour. Not loading for some reason. There's no divergence here on daily, so higher we go, the less likely it is that it has divergence. Maybe, yeah. Because the reason what I was looking for was that we had a 3, and if this indeed is a 5, we would have this as an A, B, C, right? And at that point again, let's start using some proper degrees. So most likely a, let's get rid of that. This would be the W. So this would be minute X. Yeah, this definitely does not come back to the 90%. Maybe this makes sense, right? Could this make sense? I kind of like this. Maybe. Let's see what kind of targets we're getting. Right at the 0.618 now already. Let's move this over a bit. So target box would be basically here. If it extends into 1.618, I don't think so. But higher time frame again, has been this. And it still makes sense for the higher time frame where we are looking for that wave Y here, which would be in 3 waves. If this indeed is a 3-way structure, we would have another 3 and then a 3. It's also possible that this structure is not part of this, but instead this. So we would be looking to create a structure like this, where this X wave marked by this arrow would be later on. So interesting. This is probably one of the first ones that we actually see a proper 5 wave, except like here. This was a tradable for sure, this 5 wave. Then this was the issue that I think I had. I think we had some good Tesla trades though. Maybe we had one here actually. We had this bounce here. I think this was one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was one. Rid of that gap. And then we pushed up, yeah. Super odd structures though. But I'm going to be setting, again, we have some alerts here already in place, but I want to be notified at that point here, and definitely at the 1-to-1. I wouldn't be looking for any trades here yet. This obviously has gone to the minimum extension already of that wave Y, but we have not taken out the low of this B wave, which is kind of weird. So I would not be really expecting this to end. It's of course possible that this is already, because that is definitely looking like it could be an ABC. But I would hope that it would be a WXY, something like this, more likely. Something like that. Noted that this B wave here took very little time as well. But at least we got a decent extension there. Yeah, we are at the extension targets already for that C wave. I think we just gotta monitor this. Meta, oh wow, it's just pumping. Yeah, not going to be getting in on this. No idea what's going on. Oh, it's actually taking out the all-time highs? Yeah, it is. Wow, okay. I would not have expected that. Yeah, I guess we're doing a bit more macro today, since some of these stocks are again very high now. Been pumping like crazy. The question is, if this takes out the all-time highs, what on earth is this? I guess at that point again, we have to say that this here is not a 5 wave. Unless this whole chart is wrong. And we have something like this as an ABC. Oh no. I would hate the look of that. At that point again, we would have to say that we have an ABC here. This structure here would be ABC, like it wouldn't have any proportions at all. But maybe the hype is something that could push the B waves up. But that would just be so out of proportion, at least trading wise. Of course, you can be labeling Elliott wave structures just the way you want, as there's no real like invalidations. I've seen like people label these things for sure, but these are not something that you could definitely trade, right? It's definitely not. Like it goes so far beyond any kind of reasonable extensions. Of course, if you have studied this chart of Meta, maybe there is like smaller time frame structures like this. Maybe then you might be able to trade them. But I feel like that is so unique. No, it would have to be so unique to this asset. I don't really see that really as a good thing, or really as a very reasonable thing to do. But we are getting, again, divergences here. Maybe we have some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks super bullish though. But how much we have pumped here from lows? Less than 87 to 8. What is that? 381. 300%. Wow. Okay. That's massive. Meta might be one of those that I can't really touch the macro for a very long time. But maybe we have some in here or locally at some point that we can trade. This looks like 5 again. We had divergence here? No divergence. Some of these, like choppiness going up higher, it's not really that pretty. Oh well, skip. Bubba, getting lower and lower. Still on that short that we've had for, I can't even remember where. I think it was here, this 1-to-1 that I was shorting. It's dropped like half in that value, yeah. GameStop, I think this is just something that I definitely wouldn't want to touch. It's possible that this would be some kind of diagonal-ish structure, I don't know, maybe. This looks very bullish as well. The local structures here. Diverges all around here though, so most likely some kind of correction coming. Yeah, definitely not going to be touching that. Boeing, oof, that is an ugly drop. Super ugly drop. We had a potential far wave here as well. I mean, one could say that we have something like this ABC here, but again, if we are just looking at the structure, oops. Oh, don't want the 5th wave, but look at this. This does not really seem like a far wave, a proper far wave at least. Coinbase dumping like crazy. I mean, this is an opportunity here, right? Let's take a look at that actually. Does that look like a potential far wave here and 1-to-1 extension here? Okay, we are getting there soon, that 1-to-1. Because I would be labeling this as an A, B maybe, yeah, C here, coming down. Opportunity to go long. But I would need an extension into here somewhere before I want to be going long. Obviously, as we would be getting that extension to the downside, that would be bad. Based on the fact that we would get back to these previous wave 4s, or sorry, wave 1s. And then we would definitely not have this as a 1-to-1-2. And instead we would have maybe WXY. Maybe we would have a ABC here, but it still could go up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be setting an alert here. I think we have already divergences forming here locally. Maybe. Yeah, there is some here, 1 hour. Because this starts to look like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like we are getting closer and closer. But to me, I feel like I need it to come a bit lower to make a good risk to reward ratio play. I generally want to use the 2-to-1 extension as a But it would be so weird if he extends down here. Let's see if we can figure out what this is as a structure. Okay, so we have a high, maybe on daily. High from here. Oh, we have a low here. That is weird. That is super weird. I think I've struggled with this Coinbase chart before as well. This looked so much like an ABC at that time earlier, before this massive pump. Oh, I guess this is the ETF approval dump. Ah, okay. Or maybe it was here. It wasn't that long ago. I don't know what this is. I can't really. I would like to use some of these lows as invalidation spot. For wave 4, this would be invalidation, and I don't think this is a wave 4. Let's see how much this extended. Beyond the 1.618, okay. How much did this retrace? Oof, so much far beyond 0.5 already. Does not really fit too well. Generally, we want to be seeing that 0.5 as the maximum. I think this is a wave 4 here, consolidation. If that is a wave 4 of lower degree, we don't really want to see that broken like this. We might see it like a sweep the lows and then get a start of that 5th wave. But this is not something that we see or want to see if we want to be bullish. But yeah, I have Elliott here. I'll see what I will do. Maybe we could be looking for a sweep here of this high here. So I'll put another alert there, because that might be giving us better risk to reward ratios anyway. If we are claiming that getting a retracement, it doesn't really need to be even too large of a retracement. We would be seeking to do something like this, and then, well, completely depends where you're going to be taking profit on your OBO. But yeah, probably the 1-to-1 extension here somewhere as a TP1. Apple, let's see how much long. Okay, 40 minutes. Here we were seeking for one more low as well. We never got that. Never got that. Apple is like some of the other ones, it's still pumping up higher. I guess we could be saying that we have 3s and 4s in here. These. Oof. Because this kind of has the potential of being some kind of flat. Whoops. What did I press? Okay. Local divergence for sure. This looks like a 5, but with this being a structure before it, this being an ABC is very, very much potential. And if we are comparing the size of this whole thing, this is very much comparable to this one, right? So I feel like we need to get rid of these. I think we have something like this already. Or that these wave 4s are here. Because this possible that is a 4. So opportunity for short somewhere around here, and opportunity for long as a hedge against here, if this is indeed a wave 4 here, wave 5, and then we would have 5, 3, 5. Those are the plays here. If we just go through here, obviously we don't get the long opportunity anymore. Could this be a 1, 2? I mean, I guess it could. Then we would have probably some very weird structure here as well. I guess we could say that this is an ABC as well. Huh. To me that looked very much like a fire wave, since we had even the gap here. We did get that start of downwards movement on Amazon, but we have now taken out the highs as well, so this can't be a 5 here. So wait for something. This probably should be here, I think. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, or 4, 5. Still have divergence here locally, or higher time frame. I don't think this is a far way down. More likely an ABC. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here to the upside. It did retrace quite a bit on RSI as well, but nothing enough for me. Not enough for me, I don't think. Opportunity here if we go a bit lower, go long against here and look for that push up higher into 1-to-1 of this. So this would be the risk and this would be the gains. That is something that you definitely want to see on all of the trades. But that's all I see on Amazon. ARC, so it's coming down as we were thinking. Higher time frame expectation was that we would have a 5 here. Looking for a retracement downwards. Looking at time here. Minimum time is now there. That is fine. We never got enough of a retracement for me to get in. We had an alert at the 0.5. Didn't even retrace to 32. Sad to see, but some of these stocks really behave like this so much that I just can't trade them. ARC, probably into the, like 44s and 42s, 41s to 44, this area here. Then I would be interested in starting to look for that pump up higher and look for that retracement. So first we would be getting into this box, then move up, down, and then we would be taking that against this low wire, but it's going to be, and this trade. Now, how does that fail, even if we get this? How can this be a fifth or a last leg of someone? I mean, it could be that we have a structure like this. And this B wave that we've been looking for would be here. And this start would be, well, we need to go to log scale to see this properly. So the B wave would be here and the C wave would be down somewhere. Oof, that would be super bad. We don't even have targets for that. It would be so small or short, so low numbers here. Like the target's 1-to-1 extension would be $10, where the stock has never been in. Wow, yeah, I'm not really seeing that too well. Maybe it's something like this as an ABC, but then this is a weird structure. I don't see that really. What else could it be? 3-wave here? Nah. This or this? I mean, this could be a 3-wave structure that is part of this B wave, and B wave would be here, where we have 3, 3, and 3. Yeah, that would make sense more. If we want to be like overlapping loads of structures. So that's how this setup fails here. PayPal, pump, pump it up. Oof. This is decent looking here. See if you got to that 1-to-1. No. Just got to the edge of that channel. Very sideways pallet here. N-phase never got that structure in this middle. Maybe this looks now very much more impulsive, getting divergence on smaller time frames for sure here. So it might be that we are correcting a bit more than the expectation here. More are probably dumping as all the cryptos are dumping, yeah, and Coinbase as well. Microsoft pumping super high. Did it get to 400? No, not yet. This is beautiful structure here. We'll see if that holds the divergence here. Or if this is indeed a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. That would be super bad. WXY or WXYXZ into this wave structure here. A, B. This B wave is starting to be questionable. There's even a possibility where this is 1-2 here. If you want to get real wild. Okay, we're getting some alerts. Check those out. Ooh. Okay. So massive dump at the moment. I think we are pretty much done with these. I don't think I can get into this yet. I'll just go to Bitcoin. This is probably dumping so much now. There is some action going on. Yeah, okay. I really hope this is not the wave 2. That this was a 5 wave here. 3 wave here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. That is super scary. Super scary. Because that, you know, let's be honest, like ABC, 1-to-1 extension. If that indeed is here, 36,872. So if we get a 3-way structural retracement, you would be going short against high here, targeting this. If we still think that this was a wave 4, we'd be getting a basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Would be getting that retracement. That would be this, based on that structure instead of this. That's how this local structure fails. So we would be seeking or getting something like that. Hopefully into these areas here, around 45k to go short. But yeah, this does not look very good for crypto. Yeah, it's really a red day. Really red day. Let's check out ETH, how that is pairing up with Bitcoin's thoughts. This probably was the 4, 5, 4, and 5. There we go. I mean, we had that dump. Yeah, I don't think this is similar. It isn't definitely not similar, same as Bitcoin. This could even be 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. We are taking out the low here, but ETH definitely not something that I would be trading. Doesn't really look too good. Yeah, I mean, we can see everything just going to be dumping. Feel like there might be some play still here somewhere. Oof, these are just so rough. If we are dumping really hard, like, oops, I'm getting too much low. We would be getting continuation of this December dump. Because this here, most cryptos has been exactly like this, a three-way structure. Some have taken and gone way higher, doing some kind of fire wave here. But with this dump, I think we are confirming that we have some kind of ABC, or WXY here in the middle. And the expectation here would be getting something like this. So some kind of 10% more dump here. We could even get like a three wave here, up, very sideways weekend, and then another dump here. Exactly something like this, or this. 3, 3, 3. It would be kind of weird that it would end here as a complete structure. I don't think that makes too much sense. It's at the minimum, but it would just be weird. So I would think that we have something like this, or it just comes down straight here. It doesn't really look too good at the moment. Really dump it. It could be just like getting the swing failures of all these, take the liquidity, pump up higher. Yeah. Not really fan of these all. Oh, look at that. Doge. Probably should have, but none of these like really retraced much. Everything just did this very sideways structure, right? It's really hard to trade, to be honest. Unless you are think that, okay, we have 3 and we get that continuation here. I think I have ICP that I'm long on. Or I was long. Probably going to be getting stopped out soon. This was the setup here. Looking for 5 here. Some kind of 3 wave here. And then it doesn't really look too healthy at the moment. Yeah, that dump. Probably going to be getting stopped out soon. But would I take this trade again? Yes, I would. Because this was such a strong push to the upside. We have resistance or support here as well, like a trading level wise, whatever that is, support and resistance. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it survives. 55 minutes in at the moment. Let's get some of the commodities going at last. Natural gas, dump. Okay. We had this idea here. Was this Tuesday? No. Okay, so we're basically at the highs here. We did tag that one-to-one extension if we have this as a structure. We could get that continuation to the downside, but we'll see how much this dumps. I don't really like trading the initial idea being a diagonal, because this could be definitely a just a some kind of corrective structure as well. US oil. We had a trade set up here against the low. We've been going up. Not the best structure though. We could still have it like this and come down, take out the low. We can still trust this maybe, because I don't think we have received a pattern like for this yet, but this low is definitely on a risk. UNG. Ooh, that looks like a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is really pretty far wave, to be honest. What is this? United States Natural Gas Fund. How has it just gone down? Why is it $2,000 in 2008? And now it's at $5, $4. This log scale, right? Yeah. Oof. Look at this shit coin. Like, holy crap. Gas fund. Yeah. Get into the funds, they say. Silver. This was, again, one of these, like, commodities are just playing with people. People with Elliott waves, because this kind of structure like here, massive push, and still we did take out the low 2 times. First sweep of the lows, and we got a pump. Second sweep of the lows, we got well, we got something, but we might even get the liquidity there. Yeah, not really something I like. This would have been nice. Yeah. ABC. I feel like I might need to stop completely looking at commodities, because I feel like they are just not the best. I feel like I need to backtest commodities again with Elliott waves or the strategies that I use. I feel like quite often they are not like working on these at all, and compared to like altcoins and stuff, these are performing very, very poorly. The trades, I mean, not the stocks or charts, whatever. But yeah, there is like good looking structures, like 3 waves here, 3 waves here, like everything looks decent. It's just the extensions, like yeah, I would have liked this being something like that, and then short it here, then having this as 3, 3, and then up again for that wave Y. But nah. Gold, let's check out that. I mean, that had, what is this? So many structures. Oh yeah, I think we talked about the possibility of this being a diagonal. maybe some kind of 3. Here, so silver took out this low here. Gold did not. Maybe I was playing the wrong asset. Maybe, I don't know. I even had this here. What was I doing? Did I not have alerts or something? Huh. I can't remember. Not the best risk to reward ratio anyway. I think the better would be here, because this is where we had previous areas of support. This would be the start of this whole thing, or even better here. And now you can see the difference in risk to reward ratio, even if we are just doing these small adjustments. I think it was here somewhere, I don't know. Oh well, missing trades is fine. Uranium has been like going mad lately. What did we have on higher time frame? Oh, we did take out the all-time highs. Oof. It would be rough if we just dump here. Create that ABC structure overall here. Taking out the all-time highs just with this wick. Get everyone on board. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Oh crap, everything's going to 0. Sell it, and then reach some targets and move on. Oh. I mean, this, now that we are at daily, looking at here, looking at this 3-wave here, this looks very nice. That's 5. Maybe we have something like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would this be? Minute? No, this would be a minor. That C wave should be up in here. Oops. And instead of X, this would be an ABC. Would be super extended ABC though, with all the hype. See, there is divergence from 3rd to 5th. Uh-oh. This is definitely not something that the uranium boys want to hear, but yeah, it's possible. Oof, structure is not the best though. Like, yeah, I don't know what this is. It's more like, looks like 3 here. 3 here. But maybe this is again too small time frame. Once we take out this low here, it's like is that like 20% down? No, just 10, 11. Then that would be interesting. Interesting to me. Probably want to be looking at uranium. That is an interesting chart. They should be actually 1 degree lower, but oh well, whatever. Check out wheat. 3 ways and down. It's dropped like 50% or something. Yeah. Kind of stable. Kinda. Not the most. possible to end here as well. Maybe get a move like that again here. Yeah, really hard to trade these though. Check out some of the chat that we have. No chats, that's fine. Yeah, I think I don't have anything else to go through now. At this point, we've gone through the indices, crypto, stocks that I follow, and some commodities as well. If you're interested in learning more Elliott stuff, check out my Patreon and check out the more advanced course, which I'm covering the RSI as well, and all the strategies that I use for trading, and that's available on Udemy, Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course. If you're interested in that, if you're interested in more of the signals or more of the trading, check us out on CTC, countertrendcapital.com, where we are providing signals, and also copy trading for one of the traders is possible. But yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching and catch you again next week. See ya. Bye bye.